Hey, it's Alexis with Chakrity, and today I want to talk about something important, and that is being controlled by food. We all eat. We all are ingesting food, sustenance to nourish our physical bodies and to nourish our energetic bodies. And we're doing that throughout the day, every single day of our lives. So it is a very powerful access point to tap into and to shift when the dialogue and the energy and the charge around eating is negative. So I want to talk about how the belief that food is harmful, that what you eat, that what you bring into your body is somehow unhealthy or not good for you, that this actually is bringing in the energy, the belief, the notion that you are doing something wrong. And even beneath that, that somehow there is something wrong with you. And this creates a constant battle between you and your relationship with food, and also you and your physical body. And it is a battle that many people experience all day, every day. And it is a battle that I want to help bring harmony to, that I want to help you come to a peaceful resolution with, and that I feel can be much easier than we make it out to be. Now, I want to also address that I understand the severity of dysfunction and harm that can come from disordered eating and a dysfunctional relationship with your body. And so I'm not disregarding that in any way. I do want to make sure that I am providing people who are calling this information into their awareness, that I am providing access to that through shared insight and experience. And I want to support you if you are feeling this on some level, that food can actually be an access point to a shift for you. It can help to awaken something inside of you that is calling to emerge, that's being called to emerge, that's being called forward. So when we are in this battle with food and with our bodies, it creates a constant distraction. It creates a constant, it's like being pulled outside of our bodies all of the time by a noise, by a scramble, and also disorienting us from a connection that we have to nourish ourselves, to be in relationship, harmony, and divine connection with ourselves. And if we play into that conditioning, which I have not been doing now for many years, and while I didn't realize that that's what I was undoing and deprogramming myself from, I have been doing it for a very long time. I haven't bought into this idea that somehow every time I put something in my body, that there's something to judge myself about and there's something to criticize. So I've been working with this for a very long time, and energetically it's very layered and it's very complex, and we can also access that energetically head on, and we can do it in a very direct and powerful way. So if we are allowing this negative noise that creates very charged thoughts and emotions attached to it, and that is living in our bodies all day long, with every time that we start to think about what we're going to eat, and then we judge the shit out of what we put into our bodies, and then it's just this loop that we're living in all the time. And if you think that you're not living in this loop, first of all, awesome. And because this can kind of trigger a perfectionistic way of connecting with yourself and with food, I want to invite you to look at this on a spectrum. So it could be very dramatic, and it could be very pronounced and very obvious that there's some type of dysfunctional, chatter going on or energy associated with the exchange that's happening between you and what you're ingesting into your body. And it could also be much more subtle. It could just be something that kind of wears and tears at you. Maybe a chronic, subtle voice that's just, shaming you about, well, there you did it again. You went and you had that cookie, or you consumed this when you knew that you shouldn't have done it. And that lingering voice, that lingering attack that can be coming from both the outside and the inside. There are many different energetic dynamics at play here. So, the messages of this underlying attack on you as a human being, that somehow there is something wrong with you, because we're going to pick this apart and find all of the ways in which there is something inherently wrong with you and you can never achieve the right way of being. These messages have been unavoidable. They have been conditioned into us, and it's time to break free of this oppression. And the way that you begin doing this is in your own ability to disconnect and to release yourself from the limitations, from the oppression, from the distraction and disturbance and interference that having a negative relationship with food in your body, it holds you into a place where you're sealed off from your potential. And we all have experienced this to some degree or another. And I really feel that part of my life's work as I shift back into this full circle experience of merging energetics with nutrition is to help people free themselves of this cycle that is toxic, that is harmful, and that is limiting you from your ability to embody a state of health, of freedom, of connection, and to be sovereign in your energy and in your physical form. Okay, so this is a call to action. This is a call to action to help you awaken your own divinity through food, through nutrition. And that does not mean to eat a particular way. I am inviting you into observing your experience and your relationship with yourself, because this is something that you have access to at all times. And it is a powerful dynamic to become aware of and to support and to heal. So everything that you ingest holds potential for healing, and it also holds potential for harm. When you look at something and you think, this is so bad for me, and then you're going to bring that into your body, and you've attached all of these negative associations with it. And we can flip this too. You can look at something and see, well, this is so good for me. And in your mind, you're going down the list of all of the reasons why. Well, it has these nutrients, and this is what it's going to do for my digestion. And it's great that you can bring something into your body that's going to nourish you, and you feel that connection with the nourishment. However, it's also trickery if you get sucked into believing that it creates a duality between what is good, what you're associating with being good, and what you're associating with being bad. And that is what I want to help you begin to become aware of, because freeing yourself from that duality holds so much potential for your healing. So food is not simply calories or fuel, and playing into that slippery slope of a game of you're going to feel so good about yourself because you're going to eat something that's good for you, or you're going to feel horrible about yourself because you're going to eat something that's bad for you. That is playing into this conditioning. The conditioning that there is something that you have to do correctly in order to be healthy. And that is a distraction. That is noise. That is disconnecting you from your inherent ability to be nourishing your divinity embodied in this physical form. So in order to experience self-acceptance, love, and health, you do not have to eat a certain way, look a certain way, be a certain way. That is all a construct that you have an opportunity to see for what it is and begin getting in your body, getting in relationship with food in a way that is going to truly nourish you, not have rules attached to nourishing you, but will truly nourish you. So I want to help bring this awareness to the forefront of nutrition, to healing, and to our potential as a collective to raise our awareness on this planet that we have this inherent and immediate ability to access our divinity and to activate our power every time that we bring something into our body. It is an opportunity to experience connection, to experience healing from the earth, and to connect with one another. All right. I'm looking at my notes because I had a lot of things that I wanted to say. Don't get sucked into the noise. And that's easier said than done, but there are so many ways to work with this. And I hope to provide you with lots of great information, and I will continue to bring that forward. So you are divinity embodied, and your relationship with food, the energy that you give food when you bring it into your physical form, holds potential to activate you, to provide you with healing and connection. And it's so powerful. It's so beyond just the physical. And I look forward to connecting with you more. So thank you so much for listening, and talk to you soon.